Don't think it's cheap or expensive. I think when you look at any total spend within a window, it's better to have in your mind the net rather than a specific ballpark or war chest. And the reason for that is obviously because if they generate money in sales, they can spend more. If they don't, then the PSR position is tighter. So at one extreme, Gyökeres is bound to be linked because of the Ruben Amorim connection, but they've not made a meaningful approach yet. And we know that Arsenal and possibly Chelsea will be in that race. I think Victor Osimhen and Manchester United has a bit more history, but again, the overall cost of that would require a significant amount of sales, potentially even the departure of not just Marcus Rashford and Anthony, Casemiro off the books potentially, but maybe even one of the existing strikers such as Rasmus Højlund if the right kind of offer came in. So it's one thing liking those names. It's another thing navigating in the market in a way that keeps you PSR compliant. At the other extreme, there's Dusan Vlahovic with a year left on his contract, but we have to wait and see whether his position changes under Igor Tudor and he's prepared to sign a new deal. You've got Jonathan David available on a free transfer. Somewhere in the middle of those two extremes, there's Liam Delap, who's on Manchester United's radar as well. So I think they'll spend, and I believe they'll find a way to balance the books in order to prioritize a number 9, and therefore the overall outlay in that specific position may not be as difficult as then backing that up with other signings. But if you think collectively and you say they might need a wide attacker, they might need a central midfielder if Christian Eriksen and Casemiro go, Lindelof's departing, Harry Maguire obviously got extended. My expectation is he won't be forced out the club, but he'll have to think about his role and his minutes in relation to the 2026 World Cup. So do you add another central defender? That's where the links with Jared Branthwaite come. But that's what I mean, that if you say one number 9, it might be doable. If you then add Jared Branthwaite, it's clearly not doable. So you have to pick between profiles and targets and work collectively to fulfill what you need rather than only individually, which is why sometimes when you have your wish list and your reality, you have to prioritize the positions that are most urgent. And I think for Manchester United, if they generate budget, the number 1 requirement is to bring in goals. And then from there, everything else at the moment is a series of moving parts.